Everyone, and welcome once again to Elite Creations. Today's project, we are going to be making a flower ornament for our Christmas tree. This one is in blue and gold color, and I am going to make another one the same color just because I'm making these for a client, and I wanted to just continue making more for the client. So I'm just gonna do this one with you guys with the same colors. Okay, and is these two colors. Okay, and of course you can make them in whatever color you'd like. Especially if you want them to match whatever decorations you're putting up on your Christmas tree, you can go right ahead and do that. I'm going to be using the number 65 cardstock paper. Okay, you could find these in any of your craft stores. All right, and we are also going to be using ribbon. Okay, so we're going to use to hang our ornament with. Where you could also use let me see, you can also use the wire that we usually use in our projects, whichever you prefer. And also we are going to be using these little gems. Okay, you can find them in your craft stores in packets, same colors, different sizes, whatever you would like to use. And this is the center of your ornament. For this one, like you see, I used this blue one to match, but like I said, you can use them in whatever color you like, whatever sizes, whatever shapes. It's up to you. Make it fun however you want. Okay, and to get us started, we're not going to be using any type of backing for this, so we're not going to have to cut out any cardboard or anything like that today. Today we'll basically just going to be using two sizes of squares. Okay, I don't have the exact template for these because you can make these in whatever size you want. I made this one with the blue color is a small square, and this one is about 6 centimeters. Okay, all around on each side. The gold one is about 9 centimeters, all 4 sides. Okay, so for these we are going to cut out 10 of the small ones, okay, and 10 of the big ones. All right, so I went ahead and I cut out already 10 blue squares and 10 gold squares. Now we might not have to use all of them, but like I always say, I prefer to have a little extra left over than for me not to have exactly what I need to finish my project. It's up to you. If you want to do it exactly like it, then you go right ahead. This one, I used 8 gold and 8 blue. I did cut out 10, but I didn't have to use all 10 of them. Okay, if I wanted to, I could have, but I didn't want to seem too squished. But sometimes, you know, it just depends how we put them on. So if you wanted to look much more, then you could go ahead and use the 10 of them. I just decided to leave it like that myself. It's up to me, and it's up to you what you would like. Okay, all right, so this is what we do. Once we cut out our square, and it's the same process for both size squares. Okay, we go ahead and we fold the square in half, and we have a triangle like this. Okay, so once again, we have the square, we fold it in half, and now we have a triangle. Okay, now we're gonna fold it and open it up again, and right on the fold, the long fold, we are going to cut this in half. Okay, so let me get my scissors and I'm gonna show you how to do this. Right on the fold where we folded our square and it looks like a triangle, we are going to cut it in half. Okay, so if you cut it in half, it should look like this now. You have 2 triangles. Okay, go ahead and show you again. I'll take my square, fold it in half like this, fold it in half. Okay, have a triangle like this. Once it's like that, we open it up again, and we're going to cut right in the middle where our fold is. Okay, to make 2 triangles. Okay, so once we cut in half, we have 2 triangles from the square that we cut out. Okay, let me go. I'm gonna do one with the blue one so you can see the same process, but I just want to also show you with the blue color, the small one. The same thing. Here's the square. We fold it in half, like this, so we can have a triangle. Okay, once you have the triangle, make sure we fold it, we open it up again, and we're going to cut right down the fold in the middle. Okay, so once you do that, then you're going to have now 2 triangles. Okay, 2 triangles. All right, so then once you do that, we are going to go ahead and take one of our triangles, okay, and we are going to fold from this point to the other side, the long side. Okay, so we go like this, we fold it like this, okay, from the long side, and bring it across, and make sure that we leave like this. So it should look like this. You folded it correctly, should look like this. Okay, should have that little and like this opening here. So we're gonna leave this like a triangle here, okay, like this. So this is how it should look like. All right, we brought it over like this. The 2 edges meet here, and now this part that's left over, this little flippy here, we're gonna cut off. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. When we folded it over, this little extra here, we're gonna cut it off. Okay, so once you cut it off, it should look like this. It should look like this. Okay, now we are going to glue only this end here. So right here, we're gonna put glue, and then we're gonna put them together like this. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. So glue here at the end, like this. Try to put a little more than usual, just because once we start forming the flower, see the glue, it tends to sometimes just become apart. So, you know, so see there's some oozing out, that's fine. We'll just have to just glue that little end there. If you want to take it off, you could go ahead and do so. Want to leave it on, that's fine as well. It's up to you. So then you should have a piece like this now. Okay, like this. I'm gonna show you again. All right, you take one triangle like this, a triangle like this, and we're going to fold it over the small to the corner. When you bring it down, you try to bring it down all the way, almost coming to the other end here. Okay, because we want to have that little triangle at this end, but with the opening in the middle. Okay, so we're going to bring it over like this, bring it over. Okay, one end meets the other end like this. Okay, try to even it out as much as you can. So if you do it, it should look like this. Okay, there you go. And then you have this little triangle here left over, and that's what we cut off. Okay, once we cut that off, it should look like this. Okay, and then we're going to glue these 2 flaps together, just a little bit at the edge, like this. Okay, and now we just stick them together. Okay, we just hold it, and whatever little extra's oozing out, you can take it off, leave it on, it's up to you, whatever you like to do. Okay, so we did it correctly. It should look like this. Okay, I'm gonna do one more with the blue one, so you can see usually with each square, the blue and the gold, or let's say the big and the small, you could get 2 triangles out of one square. So I would say that if you'd like, you know what, as a matter of fact, if you'd like, just cut out 5 squares for each, and then you could just get the 10 triangles from each square. So if you want to cut out 5 instead of 10, or if you want to make it bigger, then you could go ahead and cut out the 10. All right, so we're gonna do the same with this one. Bring this over like this. Okay, one edge to the other edge. Okay, so it should be like this. Okay, there's the whole triangle here. So we're gonna take this short edge and bring it to the long edge like this, over. Line it up as best as you can, and then it should look like this. Okay, and of course the little flap that's left over that looks like a little triangle here, see, we're gonna cut that off. So it should look like this right now. Okay, and now we open it up and we're going to glue this edge with this here. Okay, so we're going to put glue on here. Should look like this, put glue here, and then we just close up the flap back here, bring them together, and let it dry. Okay. Right, so if you did it correctly, then you should have, again, like the first one, like the gold one, you should have now the blue one, which is the small one, looking like this. So right now, we should have these two like this, okay? As you can see, all of them together, all right? All right, so now you can see that I have all my gold and all of my blues ready to go, okay? And this is simple. This is what we do. You can start off with whichever one you want. Doesn't have to be specific gold, the big one or the little one. Doesn't matter. They're all going to get glued together, so it's fine. All right? So, let me go ahead and start with the big one. Okay? We are going to take a blue, and we're going to glue them at the edge. The glued edge that we did, that's what we're going to glue them, like this. Okay? But you have to try to make sure that these two here are about even size. You know, together, like this. Okay? Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to glue. I'll show you. Just take the glue. Put as much glue as you can on the edge like this. Okay? And we're going to glue it on the with the gold here. Up here. Okay, where the opening is. And so we're going to try to even all of our edges together. Okay, so just hold it. So it should look like this right now. Okay? All together. Let's just hold it and wait until it glues on. Okay, so if you did it correctly, it should look like this, glued on. Okay, now we'll go ahead and get our other gold. Now when I'm gluing these together, what I do is I start from here and I bring the glue all the way down to the edge of the gold, so that way everything could get together. Okay, so here I go, put glue like this all the way down and press it on. Okay, making sure we can even it as much as we can and all of the edges, especially the front part, here where our leaves are, could look a little even. So then when we decide to put whatever we're going to put in the middle, like in this case I'm going to put a little gem, it's more even on all the sides, or at least on the top. Okay, so it should look like this. Right, so we're going to continue with the blue. With the blue, you only have to put halfway down the gold, not all the way. About halfway is good. Okay. Okay, hold it. See? So it should start looking like this. And now we're going to do our gold. Like I said, we're going to go from the tip all the way to the bottom when it's time to put the gold one on. Okay? Okay, so we go here and try to make sure that this is even in the front. Okay? So it should look like this. Okay? And then we continue the same process. Alright, so we continue the same process. Always try to hold it as much as you can. Sometimes the heat of the glue could soften the glue of the others that we already have glued together. So that's okay. Just add a little bit more glue and just keep holding it together, you know. Do the blue one now. It's a lot of holding, a lot of, you know, because for some reason the heat takes off the, well, heats up the other glue, and it's to come off, and you know, but that's okay. Just continue adding more glue, so it could just and we just hold it, hold it, hold. There's a lot of holding with this one. Okay, go from one edge to the other. Like I said, you don't have to use all 10 pieces. If you want to, that's fine. If you think that it's good enough with 8 of each color, like I did the one that we're doing now, and that's fine. It all depends on how you like it to look. Okay. And you want to even do it with less of them, then you could also do it as well. You just have to make sure that you know, that they're big enough that, you know, they won't look so not even. And like I said, these with these you always use whatever size little squares you'd like. Just always try to make if you want to make them with all the squares the same sizes, you can also do that as well. You don't have to have small and big. You could do them the same size too. So that way all your petals will be the same size. You could do that as well. You know, that's why these are like fun projects to do, because you could do whatever you like, however you want them to look, whatever color you want to do them. You know, something unique that's from you. You know, something that you did to decorate your home. You know, especially in this time when you know, so many holidays back to back, and you know, people like to vary and do unique things. It's fun, and especially little projects like this that you can also do with your children, nieces, nephews, with any kids. You know, it's fun for them as well. This is good for them to participate in the decorations of your home. They'll love it. Okay. And like I say, they don't have to always be so perfect, you know. You know, try to make them as good as you can. Like I say, it's something fun to do, so it does not have to be something so perfect. Of course, we have to make them to look as good as we can, you know, but, you know, these are fun. So if you don't make them as perfect, or let's say they don't look exactly like the ones I make, but they look nice, and that's all that matters, you know. So if you're doing it correctly, they should be looking like this right now. See? Once you have everything cut out and everything's ready, once you start gluing everything together, it comes quickly. Okay. Like I said, there's a lot of holding. I'm just waiting to get the glue to dry, because they do tend to move a little, you know, so, and that's fine. Okay. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to do now just one more blue. See, and I have a few left over, which is fine because I did some in the beginning to show you guys how to make them. So that's just fine. Okay. Now I put my last blue one in there. Let me put some more glue here on the sides so I can stick to the gold one. And now we just try to hold them all together. If you see any of them that need a little more glue, you could go right ahead and obviously put the glue on. Okay. You know, sometimes they tend to since they're going round and round, they tend to detach, which is okay. No problem with that. See, this one's attaching from here, so now what I do is I put more glue, because they are like pulling, you know. So what I do is just whatever detaches, I just go ahead and just add some more glue, and that's all. And just push them together. Because once they're all together like this, they do tend to pull on one another, and they detach. But that's fine. Just add more glue, and you'll be okay. See, just add more glue, and it's just fine. So it should be like this right now. So in this one again, like I said, I have 8 gold and 8 blue. You could go right ahead and continue adding the other 2 if you want to have 10. That's up to you. But you know, when I sat down with my client, of course, you know, they requested, I went over what they like and how they like them, and these that they like is 8 of each. So that's why I make them like this. Okay. Hold them together, hold them together. And like I said, to hang them, you can use whatever you would like. You could use the wire, or you could use the ribbon. You could use any size ribbon. You could use, today I'm going to use the ribbon that's like fabric, but you can also use the gift ribbon. Okay, whichever, anything you like to hang them, you can use. Okay, so it should be looking like this. We did it correctly, right? So now I am going to put the gem in the middle. Okay, like I said, you can use whatever you want to put in the middle of the flower. Okay, I'm going to use the gem just because, like I said, these are some that I'm doing for a client, and this is what they wanted. So like I said in the beginning, you can find these in packs. They sell them different sizes, different colors, whichever you would like. Okay, in this case, we're going to use a blue one. Okay, and right in the middle, I'm going to put some glue, and then I'm going to put my gem in the middle. Okay, but you can use jingle bells, you can use whatever you like I said in the beginning of the video. All right, so if you did it correctly, then it should be looking like this right now. Okay, see, it looks very similar like the other one. All right, now all we have to do now is just put the ribbon to hang it. Okay, so I'm going to take this ribbon. Okay, this is what the client also wanted, so this is why I'm doing it with this one. But like I said in the beginning, you can also cut out a piece of wire. You could use gift ribbon, whichever you prefer. Okay, so I'm going to cut out. It doesn't have to be a big piece. Okay, what I do is I take some out like this and I measure it about. This is good enough because this is about the same size as the other one. So this is, I just do a loop. As you can see, just do a loop. All right, and then I just cut it right there. You measure it, eyeball it, as you know how big you want the ribbon to be. Doesn't have to be the same size as I make it. I'll measure this one for you guys so you guys can see how much it is. This one is about 13.5 centimeters long. Okay. So what I do is I do the loop again, and I glue the edges together. Okay, down here. And like I always say, you can use whatever glue you like. You can use a fabric glue. I like using the hot glue. Whatever makes you feel more comfortable doing your crafts, you can go right ahead and use it. I use a lot the hot glue on mine because, to my opinion, I prefer that. Things tend to stick together faster, and dries quicker. Of course, that is also a big help. Okay, all right. So to hang it, you can put it wherever you like. I put it on one of the long gold ones just because it's easier to hang. See, I just glue it in the back like this, so you can hang it. Okay, so, and it's what I also do. So it doesn't show anything on the side. Okay, I cut off whatever little pieces you can see from the side, so that way it could look prettier, a prettier finishing. Okay, see, like maybe this little bit here, I cut it off so that way it won't show once I glue it on the flower. Okay, so let me put, you could either put it right on the flower, or you could put it on the ribbon and put it on the flower. So I'll just put a little bit on the ribbon here like this. Okay, and I just glue it on the back. Okay, put it on there, squeeze it, press on it, we can dry. Okay. So many little of the glue. I feel like I have spider webs all over. All right. So if you did it correctly, it should be looking like this right now. Okay. See? All finished. And then here's our ribbon. Okay. See, like if you see a little, that little bit hanging there, if you want, you can cut the little bit off just so it doesn't, you won't see that little bit there. See, you could just, everything could look nice and even. See? All right. Well, here's the first one and here's the second one. All right. So I hope you enjoyed making this video. This is a really fun craft that if you like, you can do with your children, or you could do yourself. Like I said, you could do them in a variety of colors. You could use whatever you want to put in the front of the flower, anything that matches your decor. You could hang it, you could tape it on the wall, whichever you prefer. It's up to you. This is something that's not you have to do specifically the same way. You could have fun with it and just do anything you like. Okay. Well, if you'd like to see any more of my work, of course, you may all follow me on my Instagram page, which is elite_creations_80. You can also follow me on my Facebook page, which is Elite Creations. And of course, you may follow me here on my channel, subscribe, and come back and visit whenever you like to learn more of my projects. If there's something that you would like to learn how to do, you can always send me a message and I'll be more than happy to help you with that information. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and have a great day.